Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Big House. This massive crowd assembled here today to cheer on the Wolverines, already chanting, "Go Blue." This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 7 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Gators will kick this away to get us going here. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And they bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And the tailback's got it again. And the gain is good enough for a first down near the 38.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Horde. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
First down here for this offense. Single back takes the handoff. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
The defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Defense recovers the fumble.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
It looks like the head coach made a smart move in that challenge. Officials are going to overturn their previous ruling after getting a look at that replay. The Wolverines will have to kick this away. First punt of the game now, looking to pin him back deep. This will be fair caught at the 15. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quick completion to the tight end. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. He'll hand it off. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. And here comes a deep shot. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. Big gain across midfield. Tackle finally made to the 32.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And the Gators begin a new series here. 1st and 10. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
And now the handoff. Aiming for the end zone. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Picks up the first, looking for more. And an explosive play. Stop finally made across midfield at the 44.
The old toss play, man. This is a play that used to be so popular in college football when teams ran out of the I formation. Nowadays, you can pretty much run the toss out of almost any formation. But the key is still sealing the edge, whether it's your tight end or your offensive tackle. Got to seal the edge to be able to allow your back to get to the corner.
They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time. Here's the 2nd down play.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida 7, Michigan 0.
Great job of the defense pushing him back on 1st down. He's got it now inside the 15. Tackle made after a big gain.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup, Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Handoff to the back. Fighting him off. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The Wolverines are in the red zone. Oh, a reverse. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage.
Well, this wide receiver is so dynamic. Any chance they can to get his hands on the football, they try to do it. Instead of throwing it, this time they hand the ball to him, and the defense was a little bit surprised there. Some good positive yards there in the red zone.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Tackle made after just a short gain.
At the 12-yard line. Third down coming up.
Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Drops back, needing a third down completion here. He's got it right near the end zone. And he will score! Touchdown, Wolverines! Now they line up to kick the extra point. It right through. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. Retakes the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Bringing pressure. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. Important second down play coming up. Or it's snapped to the back. But they tackle him after just a 2-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the grab. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Escapes the sack. Quarterback looking to scramble. The defense will wrap them up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
The Gators will try to keep this drive moving. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Running out of time in the pocket. Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Michigan.
Third down play for this offense. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. He's got a man down the middle. Finally brought down, but this is a big play. Moves the ball down to the 21. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. 1st and 10 play coming up. They go with a direct snap. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Direct snap to the back. He shreds the tackle. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Oh, it's snapped to the back. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Well, it seemed like the offense is trying to throw some kind of misdirection with that run there. But give credit to the defense. They were prepared for anything, and they swallowed that running back up. Nice defensive stand.
Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick it deep to begin the second half. Return begins inside the 10. He's tackled at the 21. That's when the drive will start. Gators offense retakes the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Play action fake. Looking to throw. He's escaping the pocket now. Just gets the pass away, but took a shot that time.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
Can he get there on the ground? And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And the Gators have first and 10 here. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's second and 3.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Getting set. Here's second down. Ball handed off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. There's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Offense facing a third and short from the 41, and they make the first down and avoid a tricky fourth down decision. The shotgun handoff here. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down. The ball near midfield. No punting team. The offense is going for it. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. The Gators pick up enough for a first down here.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
Heading left after the handoff. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so second and 7.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that previous play. Change of pace, now looking to throw the football. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now third down coming up.
When this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance, he gets out of the pressure off to his right, but man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
After the incompletion, the lineup here for third and 7. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Catch made on the left side. Tackle made at the 41. That's first down yardage.
Picks up 9. And that's a first down for the offense.
Becoming a long march. Play number 10 of the drive coming up. Using his legs, it's O'Neal. Just a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Looking to pass here. Gets the ball out as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Taking a shot here. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Well, this is what you would call a 3-down back. Running backs that can run between the tackles, they can get outside, and they can also catch the ball out of the backfield. Here they have the benefit of having one of those kind of backs that can not just catch the ball, but once he gets his hands on the ball, he's got enough wiggle and speed to be able to get after a defense.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. They go with a direct snap. Touchdown, Gators. That puts them on top in the 2nd half. Well, they slowed the game down with a long, grinding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, it puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense, and man, did they make that look easy.
It's a squib kick. It's going to be fielded by one of the up men. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. They'll run it here. Powers through. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid game.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. There's the handoff. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
And the tackle is made as time runs out in the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Florida 14, Michigan 7.
Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Looks right for a quick completion. Gets into space at the 50. Big play in enemy territory all the way to the 41-yard line.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here, they were determined to stop the run. The problem is, leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. Right flat's open, the quarterback makes the right throw. Look at these yards.
It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. He's brought down after a short gain that's not going to be first down yardage.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Finding some room at the 25. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Michigan. Kicking team out for the PAT try. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Come out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Hands off to the left. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Crucial third down play coming up after that run. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And that sets up a return. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. The last drive, the ground game, was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. Fights through a tackle. He's going to lose yardage there. The defense closed in and forces him out of bounds.
Man, the defense took everything away. He tried to get to the inside, had to bounce it all the way to the outside, and then they took that away. He couldn't turn the corner. He was forced out of bounds for a loss.
Here's the handoff. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. The Wolverines starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Walters. Running back grabs it on a screen. Breaking free at the 35. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen right here by this offense. They let the rushers get upfield, completely oblivious that the blockers are getting out in front and getting downfield, put the ball right on the back, let him have all that space and an escort in front of him to pick up big yards.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout.
In other scores around the country, Slippery Road 45.
Now it's second down here.
35.
They'll try the option play here. And that run produces a decent gain. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Now it's third and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, and it's intercepted. Terrible mistake late in the game. Can he take it all the way? Past the 50. At the 30 now. At the 10. Touchdown, Florida. And the defense adds 6 from the interception return.
What a play here by the defense. We kept thinking this defense might have to come up with a stop to give the ball back to their own offense to see if they can maybe take the lead. But instead, they take matters into their own hands and come up with a turnover and a touchdown.
Automatic in the PAT.
Michigan 14.
Fields it just outside the goal line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team.
Michigan Wolverines will take over first and 10.
And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick 6. And looking to throw now on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's picked off. That was a risky pass attempt, and he paid the price. And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. Solid return to set up his offense.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy.
Timeout, Florida.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Picks up 3 yards, so second and 7. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Receiver in motion now. That's a design quarterback keeper. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. New set of downs for the offense. First and 10. DB is looking to jam the receivers at the snap. And the freshman brings him down quickly. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, He can also start to fumble the football.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Gators.
Touchdown.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. Michigan offense back out on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Quick throw to the left side. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. The tackle is finally made, but it's a huge gain all the way to the 48-yard line. We'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to throw. It's Walters. He'll take a deep shot. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. He's got some room and some blockers here. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Boy, the offense just could not afford to throw this interception. It's already a 2-possession game. By throwing this pick, now you wonder how many more opportunities will you get.
And the Florida offense retakes the field. First down, looking to throw the football. Not enough on that one. It falls incomplete. The Gators will crank up the tempo. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground. So now it's 3rd and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's what we call assignment football by the defense. They took away the back inside, and there's a perfect play to be able to stop an athletic quarterback on the option.
The crowd is roaring, trying to help this defense on 4th down. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
Offense being aggressive, they decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And there's a deep throw with the clock winding down. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on 1st down. 2nd down play coming up. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. This time it's complete. They've got him, but not before he makes a 1st down at the 41. No huddle now for the offense. Back to throw. It's Walters. Final minutes here. They'll throw it deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Well, this was an intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. Kirk, what do you think made the difference today?
Well, I think it's the critical moments, the 3rd downs, the red zones, the turnover margin. Those are the areas you're usually going to see the difference in a close game. And today they were able to come up on top in a lot of those aspects of the game.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.